What's going down, everybody? Sarius here. Hope you guys are rocking steady, not only just in the gaming world, but also in the real lives as well. Everyone, I got a real special treat because we're going to be kiting West London as Sharpshooter with the M14 EBR and lever action rifle. Haven't touched upon this loadout in quite some time, and I'll tell you straight up, it's just straight nostalgia. I love the way that this class is just all built towards precision-based headshots. And honestly, this is where it's at. It's a lot of fun, especially when you can connect multiple headshots and you really can kite for your team. It's a huge asset. So, guys, if you haven't seen my speed kill video on Skrakes or fleshpounds with the M14 EBR loadout, I would highly recommend you go and check it out. For some of you new gamers out there that just started, if some of these tips look like they're a little crazy, for now, do not lose hope, because I'll tell you straight up, when I first started playing Killing Floor, I was a train wreck. And right now, I only feel a little more confident than when I first started Hell on Earth right now, because this is one of those game types that, no matter how prepared you think you are, there's always going to be some random variable or exciting element that just really kind of like takes you down a couple notches. So straight up, I'm not, by these videos here, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to show off or try to be like, oh, look at me, I'm the best sharpshooter in the whole widest world, in the Pearl. No, it's quite the opposite. I want to make these videos, and I've always been like this. I want to make these videos to try to help get more people into Hell on Earth, and as the Christmas holiday has ended, or whatever holiday season, whatever you celebrate, don't matter as long as you're having a rockin' time. I've noticed there's been a huge influx of new players. There's new blood in game, and I think it's really cool to see more players participating in Hell on Earth. Right here, this is called a pistol pull gone wrong. Usually I try to draw aggro from some of the big guys so I can pop off clean speed kills. Just wasn't happening. That Skrakes was like, nope, I know what you're doing there, Sarius. I'm not going to let you do this. But right here, it's actually going to fall for it. Land a nice clean headshot there, draw the aggro. Now, watch right here. There's a very subtle elevation here. You got to be real careful that you're on even ground, guys, when you pop off these speed kills. Because if you're not, every shot counts. I'm telling you straight up. Even if you're low on ammo, you're running low, you got to make sure that you're just really trying to conserve your shots, and you want to be as effective as possible. That's really what I love about the Sharpshooter. It's a very unforgiving class if you are not prepared to handle the load and the requirements. You have to make really quick on-the-fly decisions here. The question always remains, at least for me, it's like, do I kill this Skrake or should I subvert it? Because we had so many players behind us, I was like, what, I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to try to see if I can take them out. That's really important, because sometimes when you're pathfinding, and I call this pathfinding when you're basically just, or trailblazing, it's when you're in the front and you're just basically the head of the wolf pack. You're trying your very best to try to clear out as many threats as possible. Speaking of which, I have Shooter INA here, who is doing a phenomenal job on mopping up some of the minion characters. And by doing so, we're really just blazing a path for our medic and berserker that are about 20 meters behind us, give or take. We're just doing our best to try to be able to clear the front. Now right here, you notice that I'm making use of distance. You want to always make sure that you're just outside range of some of the Zed's melee attacks. It's always a good method. I like to call it stalling. What it allows you to do is also be able to get those critical reloads. You won't even believe how much of a significant difference like a half a second is, you know what I mean? Clots can grab you. We have crawlers that can jump all up in your face. There's all kinds of nasty stuff, so you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping a safe distance outside of their melee range while maximizing your ability to be able to put rounds through them very quickly and kill them very quickly. Now right here, I am conserving my ammo, so I am going a little bit, switching from my 9mm pistol to my lever action rifle and M14 as required, but you definitely want to be saving those for crawlers when you can't kill them quickly enough. You have to take, for the lever action rifle, you want to go ahead and wait for the husks. You want to wait for the sirens. Right here, again, I wanted to wait until I made sure that there was even ground to take out that Skrake. Keep in mind, this is 4-man difficulty Skrakes and fleshpounds, so it takes a whole lot less shots to be able to take them down as it would on a 6-man difficulty setting. So I just wanted to let y'all know that first off. If you know that these guys are going down very quickly, it's because of that element. But regardless, guys, if you have the time to practice on test map, there's a bunch of new test maps out there. Some of them even have the holiday Zeds as well during the holiday season. It's just a great way to practice out new loadouts and classes and really get your speed kills down nice and tight. So when you go on a Hell on Earth arena, even with public players, you're still going to be rocking out, you know what I'm saying? And with only 3 left to go, guys, let's go and fast forward here to the next wave. And we're here again, 238 to whittle down, 4-man team rocking out. We have a really nice tight group, and honestly, we're all diverse. You can see we only have 1 berserker, we have 1 medic keeping us patched up, doing a great job, by the way. Now right here we do have a fleshpound. You can see that Chippy here is a level 5 berserker, but he's still going strong. I'm going ahead and trying to pick off the husks. He does have a premature rage right there, so at this point now we're trying to gain some distance. I don't want to take the brunt of damage because our berserker and medic are fully capable of tanking that damage, and it really would be against your, unless you absolutely need to, it would really go against your ability and kite ability, especially if you have to clutch the round at the very end to take damage. So you want to go ahead and try to preserve your armor as much as possible. And honestly, if you have people that are capable of taking that damage, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? So right here, Chippy's doing a good job. He's stepping in there, working in, trying to go and get as much damage as possible. Connected a nice lever action rifle headshot as he finished up, and it was just a really good way. Now right here, just like in the previous round, nice crispy 9mm headshot pull right there. You can see Chippy is chipping away at that Scrake. Sorry for the puns, I apologize, but we're rocking forward. We're doing great. Our medic's keeping us patched up, and honestly, we are doing quite well. Honestly, I'd say that there's a lot of times when you can kind of assess the pace and the tempo of the team. Is it working together? Are we gelling, or are we kind of all doing our own separate thing? And I'm sure many of you guys are nodding your heads saying, yeah, I've been there, man. I know what you mean. The more and more you play Hell on Earth and the more that you practice, you'll kind of get a better idea as to if your team's going to be able to make it or not. So right here, for the most part, I noticed that there is a lot of versatility nowadays for loadouts. You can pretty much rock any off-perk setup. You can rock different weapons. I mean, the Mark 23 pistol for the Sharpshooter's absolute just awesomeness. We also have the Desert Eagle. If you wanted to go and rock the 44 Magnum Dirty Harry style, you still can do that as well. But right here, I noticed that I needed extra additional firepower. So instead of rocking out the Desperado combo that I normally do with the 44 mag, the Desert Eagle, as well as the Mark 23 pistol, I ended up going ahead and getting the M14 as well. So I'm just really glad. It's a nostalgic setup like I was talking about. I am doing some trailblazing at this point, just being able to hold the front fast, trying to take out as many threats as possible. That could really get us bogged down while our team catches up. That's a very big thing, and it's a very viable strategy for the West London kind of gameplay. So that's something that you definitely can take to the bank with y'all. Right here, you do have a Scrake. We have an opening on the left side, so see how I'm assessing where there is an alternative route. It's really important sometimes that you think on your feet like that. I ended up going to the right side and just brute forcing my way to the right by getting that speed kill. Was able to do a hip fire kill to take out that husks on lower than 5-man difficulty. You can actually one-shot those husks with a single headshot with the M14, so it's a good way to conserve your lever action rifle ammo, sorry. Right here, just a lot of stuff going down. We did lose one of our teammates. Our berserker is down. I went in and took the alley here as a way of thinking on my feet like I was talking about. You definitely want to look for the path of least resistance, especially for a sharpshooter, because let's face it, guys, you are very squishy. Although you are kind of like the glass cannon class, things like this can happen. Now right here, slow motion can get you killed during speed kills. It is an uneven ground. I was about to die there, but look at our medic stepping in there like a real champ. He's a trooper here, taking that damage. And you can see that was just a bunch of uneven ground because of that little sidewalk, whatever you want to call it. It's just really brutal there. Was able to save Shooter there with the quick heal. Finished up with a tag team. He ended up stunning it with a crossbow bolt and ended up finishing up with a lever action rifle. So that Husk did not have a chance in heck to be able to take us out. And right here, we're just mopping up the last 60 here. It's been really an exciting match. Usually sometimes when you have a lot of pressure on you at one time, it's really easy to kind of fold under that pressure. So I would highly recommend that you try to do your best just to breathe, reassess, try to see if there's an alternative route. If you have to get your knife out to start running to gain some distance, then go for it. But for the most part, as a sharpshooter and as one of the slower classes compared to the medic and or berserker, you definitely want to be up there on the front lines, trying to keep yourself towards the front of the pack, because let's face it, you can do a ton of damage if you can land consistent headshots. And one other really important thing that I want to recommend is that you learn how to hip fire. I know that there's no crosshair in this game, but I'll tell you straight up, the more that you practice, you're going to get a better idea as to where the center of your screen is. And it's funny, like, there are games where there are like very crosshair friendly games, and you want to know something straight up, like I feel like those crosshairs even kind of distract me. I like what Killing Floor does where they don't give you a crosshair, because it really makes you kind of like rely on your own kind of like natural instinct in a way to be able to assess where those enemies are. Again, this is what I like to call a fail pull, because no matter what I try to do, these Skrakes just for whatever reason don't want to switch their aggro to me. So our medic's going to get a little creative here. He's going to hide, and thankfully I was backpedaling because I would have gotten double killed right there by the Skrakes. Now right there I was able to separate one of the groups, take out one of these Skrakes, and right now we're going to be heading down to the trader, but I don't want you to have to wait for this, so we're going to fast forward and kick it right up to the Patriarch fight. Alright guys, in order to be able to get our Patriarch fight included in this video, we have a 15-minute cap limit. I wanted to go and kind of exclude wave 10 to 10, but I assure you didn't miss too much. We ended up rocking, shooting stuff, and everything ended up going really well. We actually also have some brand new teammates. We have Damon as well as Joha. I hope I pronounced your name right. If I didn't, I apologize, brother. But regardless, good teammates nonetheless. We have extra pipes being thrown out. We have grenades exploding everywhere, healing grenades, the green gases rising up. And honestly, everyone's doing really well. We have the 44 Magnum here. I love this combo with the Mark 23 pistol as well as the crossbow. I know some people have been recommending that I show some footage at least with the crossbow gameplay. And honestly, I like the weapon. It's really fun, and I just really am more kind of partial to the whole M14 and lever action rifle combo. Call me old-fashioned, but it's one of those weapons that I'm just so used to and that I love so much that it's honestly battle proven that it's just such a great combo. But honestly, with the pistols, you honestly can do just about the same damage, if not more, because you also have that bullet penetration. So you can see that everybody's doing a great job. We have everyone still alive. Berserker just took a massive hit, but he's still going for it. Joha is still alive. We have healing grenades going off everywhere. It's like the 4th of July here. And right now we are holding fast. We're holding this tunnel. It's a great open area. It allows you to have enough time to hide behind cars, get elevation if you need it. And right here I'm just going to try to do a little bit of damage. Patriarch starts charging, fall back, toss a couple nades at your feet. And I think, I don't know if I covered it in this video, but from 007 GoldenEye, there was a big boss at the very end called Trevelyan. He used to toss nades at his feet as he ran around corners. So definitely borrow strategies from old school gaming like that at its prime. I'm sure many of you guys are nodding your head saying, yeah, dude, GoldenEye, that was a good game. I ended up kill stealing the kill. I got a couple chuckles off of that one because I don't think I deserved it, but regardless, it was an awesome match. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. This is Sarius. We got more videos planned.